Hey, what's up guys, it's SirTagCR, and today we're back at it again. We're going to be jumping right into the World Tournament with this Graveyard deck. Let's see how many games we can win. This is one of my favorite Graveyard decks in the game. You have a lot of bait elements to it. You have the Rascals, the Tombstone, and the Dark Goblin, all for log and poison bait. Graveyard is one of the most promising poison bait proponents to the deck. Check out this deck and let me know how it ends up working for you down below in the comment section. Going right into that Global Tournament, let's see if we can assert some dominance. I'm going to go for a lower Tombstone so the Fire Spirits don't make waves on us. Hopefully it doesn't hit my Tombstone. I think it still does. Drop Rascal so we mitigate damage from the barrel. Fortunately, we do end up having a Barbarian barrel, and because I'm running Graveyard, I kind of want to wait until double elixir before I do too much. Really want to play passive in this. The thing that really triggers me is how it's like level 10, not level 9, because tournament standard interactions are so, I don't know, it's widely known for me that it's pretty annoying that we have to deal with new card interactions and new levels that I don't really know like how much poison does at level 10, but I guess I'm gonna have to learn it. It's got a level 11 Valkyrie because he mirrored it, not because he hacked the game or anything. Don't worry, guys. It's gonna give me some nice poison value, so we'll snag that. It's gonna log us. Okay. I think that's gonna die. I'm gonna drop a lower Tombstone. I think this works out better now. I'm hoping. No, not quite. Now it will, though. Now it definitely will. No hits. We'll see. I just want to wait until double elixir. I don't want to give up too much damage on my tower anymore. Now we actually have a respectable card cycle where I have Barbarian Barrel in alignment with his. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I forgot that that was the thing. At least we can mitigate damage with the Rascals here. One of our girl Rascals did get sniped. But I think I'm going to be up a lot of elixir. He just dropped like all of his elixir. That's 7 elixir on offense, so I can go in for a poison here. And I think we can make waves. Thick Boy should be no, Thick Boy got logged back. It does have Valkyrie, so when they have Valkyrie, you want to be dropping your graveyard one more tile to the left and you get more damage. But I did not have that in my headlights. I did not think about that at all, so next time I will. I'm going to end up going in for a Barbarian Barrel on top of the barrel. Actually, no, that's further back. I'm not going to waste it. I'm not a potato. When I don't have to do it, I'm not going to. I think the Valk gets a hit on my tower, which is unfortunate. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, Prince, don't get hit by both of them. Oh, my gosh, that was beautiful. Guys, I didn't think that was going to work out, and it really did, so we're vibing. He's going to log that. Then I can go in for a Dark Goblin here. He's probably going to double log, maybe. We'll see. I don't know if this is a good play. I'm going to do it anyway. I really want to keep that Dark Goblin alive, so I had to, I think. We're going to go in. We're going insane, boys. I'm going to go for a Prince. And I think he's probably going to try to cycle me. Probably going to try to go in for another. Yeah, I'm going to go for Rascals. At least the Rascals will shut him down for a period of time. Thick Boy is OP. When double elixir hits and you're running against a bait deck, even though he has Valkyrie, I think it's a little bit better. Now I'm going to adjust my graveyard placement. This is the most optimal placement when you know that your opponent has Valkyrie. I'm going to go for a poison. I think we clip the Valkyrie and we also clip the Furnace, so that's worthwhile instead of just needing Electro. We have the barrels in sights, just looking at the Goblin Barrels placement and adjusting and accommodating that every single time. I'm going to go Prince, and I'm also going to go drop my Rascals again, so we mitigate damage. He's going to go for Fireball this time, but it doesn't really matter. I can just go for an aggressive Graveyard. As soon as the Prince is tanking, we're vibing. And then I go for another Poison. I think we win this game. So this guy is running a very funky deck, but I think we asserted the dominance. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you, Tigo. Okay, this guy's going to go for a Knight in the back as a starting play. What a savage. I'm just going to go in for a Tombstone and see what's up. See if we can give up some value with that Tombstone on defense. I'm going to go for a Megamine as well. This dude is going to go for a Graveyard, so I don't even want to go in for a Poison. I just want to go in for a Dark Goblin. I think that is probably a better bet. See if he poisons that. If he does that, then that would be hilarious. Okay, so he's going to have a very annoying deck. He's going to have arrows. I don't like his person already. He has arrows with Graveyard. Generally pretty obnoxious when you see that. I'm going to go for a Graveyard for counter push potential since we have the Thick Boy and that's going to be tanking. We might be able to straight up take tower because he did overcommit really heavily. But he's going to have arrows and also Barbarian Barrel, so this guy is a little bit more obnoxious than I thought. He thought he was obnoxious with one spell, one small spell. Try two. I'm going to go for a Prince right on top of the Electro since Electro is dead. I don't know if he's going to have an adequate answer to deal with the Prince. Nope, he's going to have Tombstone. Okay, so this is just getting from bad to worse real quick. I'm going to have to go for a Poison if I want to kill that and demand more of a response with the Prince. I think it's worth. I'm not 100% sure if it's worth, but I'm going to say it is. I'm just going to go play a little bit more aggressive. We know he doesn't have a tank for the graveyard now, and I would assume that the Dark Goblin, Barbarian, Barrel, pretty good against graveyard. We'll see what he does. I can also block any tank from crossing the river with the Tombstone, so he won't have a tank for the graveyard if I choose to have that happen. I'm just going to go for a Tombstone in the middle, though. I don't really know what he's going to do. I want to spread out my units, spread out everything. Graveyard it is. Okay, Dark Goblin off to the side. He's going to arrow it. Okay, Rascals it is. The fact that he has the Bar Barrel plus the arrows is really, really obnoxious for us. But I think I can go in for another Graveyard here, having the Graveyard tank, and then going in for a Bar Barrel. Not sure. Oh, Thick Boy was tanking. Okay, well, that's okay. I can definitely poison that. Make sure that the Electro Wizard dies. If the Electro Wizard dies on his side of the map and he doesn't have counter push potential, that's more than optimal. I'm going to Tombstone in the back so then skeletons are bleeding out. So when he goes in for a graveyard, then, you know, he's dropping it with no tank into a Tombstone. And he's going in for pre-arrows and not hitting anything that he wants. So that was more than optimal as well. I really like that play, going in for a Tombstone in the back, baiting out the pre-arrows, and then kind of just wrecking him here. So I'm going to go in for another poison. He definitely had a hard counter, guys. He has double spell, double small spell against bait graveyard. So for me to win this, it feels really, really good. Just going to keep going in for my Mega Minions. I'm going to wait, make sure that he doesn't get anything accomplished. So I'm going to go in for Rascals here, trying to bait out a Fireball, arrows, anything on top of that, and he does. And then I'm free to go in for Dark Goblin in the back. Dish out the meme poison and go in for another Tombstone in the back and win the game. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you. Very, very odd deck. Glad to win against that hard counter, man. I got 17 wins with it. Is it worth? With this? I mean, well, you're not paying anything for it, so it's always going to be worth if you get 17. That's pretty good, man. Congrats. All right, we're going to kick things off with the Tombstone. We'll see what's up. He's going to go for a Mega Minion in the back, all right? So I'm going to go for my own Mega Minion in the back, same lane. Trying to use our Tombstone Skeletons to make work happen. This guy is going to go for a log, so that's actually not going to kill because he mistimed it. I'm going to go in for a Dark Goblin, and since he just uses log, okay, I'm going to go in for Bar Barrel. Maybe we can kill those archers, tank a little bit, and then go in for a Graveyard. Unfortunately, he does have Valkyrie, but I think we will get some damage because the Skeletons are spawning on the left-hand side a little bit. Those little Larrys, guys, let's go. I think that was worth. I feel like everyone that's running Graveyard now has like multifarious counters. Like they all have archers and Valkyrie now. It's pretty obnoxious. I'm gonna have to poison that. I hope that the skeletons actually just die to the poison and the Valkyrie dies to the prince, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm very thankful that my prince didn't decide to take a detour going towards the back of my tower and getting wrecked. That would have been so sad. I'm just gonna Mega Minion on top of his. So his Mega Minion dies. Maybe we can... No, he didn't end up giving me too much value. Just give me a thanks as well. What a savage. Because I did make a misplay there. The Mega Minion wasn't worth. He did log, though. He had to. So that's good for us. Guess we did bait out a log. Any barb huts. Okay. So I think I can Dark Goblin here. And then I can go in for a Graveyard. Oh, I forgot. He has log and arrows. What a hard counter, guys. Any BMs? Oh, that was so bad. That's why he was saying thanks. That's really lame. So hopefully we can win this. Obviously not the best case scenario for us. Don't really want to poison that, but I also don't want to eat this damage from the bar put on us. I'm going to just go in for a Prince in the back. He's going to give us poison value with those archers. I'm not going to take it though. Don't think it's worth because I need to be able to have adequate defenses against the graveyard. So we know he has log. I just need to go in for a Graveyard because he doesn't have too much now. He used his log. I can go in for a Dark Goblin in the middle. And I think that the Graveyard, even though it's unsupported, might get some value. Yeah, so now he's going to give us poison value. I can't take it, though, again. I have to just go for Rascals, and I have to save my poison. Maybe I can go for Tombstone in the back and then get away with some offensive poisons. I think that might be the wave. I'm going to go in for Barbarian Barrel right on top. Maybe we can minimize damage from those archers. Kill them, probably. I'm going to go in for a Dark Goblin here as well. And it looks like the Skeletons are putting in some work. That's pretty good for us. Dark Goblin does die, and then he also kills it, so then we get even more value. I hope he goes in for a hut right now as soon as we go in, because he wouldn't have Elixir to deal with anything. He barely has enough for archers. I'm going to poison here. I'm going to play super aggressive. I need damage right here, right now. Need to poison those archers immediately. We bait out a log, which is phenomenal for us. That is what I'm talking about, guys. Now I can probably just go in for Rascals here, and then when he goes in for arrows on top of them, then I can go in for a Dark Goblin. Did not do that. Okay. Alright, we really have to play our best here. We cannot make any misplays. Can't go in for graveyards in any situation that he would have amazing counter push potential. I have to utilize my Tombstone in the back in most situations. I'm cycling my Mega Minion so I can get back to a poison. So then the Valkyrie doesn't tank for super, super long. The Mega Minion's going to kill it. I can go for a Dark Goblin here. He's going to go for a log. Does that hit? Oh, barely misses. Let's go. That's brutal for him. I'm going to go in for a Barbarian Barrel to tank for the graveyard. And our Dark Goblin is still alive. Oh my gosh. That Dark Goblin, the most value of 2018. That is what I'm talking about, brothers. Let's go. It is still alive. Holy crap. I love that card. It is the MVP of this game. And I am still talking about it. Yes, because it is still alive. Okay. I'm going to go in for another Dark Goblin. Hopefully he can live up to the standard of Dark Goblin that I love. I'm going to go in for another Graveyard. I'm going to go in for a Barbarian Barrel to savage those archers. Even though they don't die, I still want to get some value out of the barrel. Maybe we can tank for the Graveyard for a little bit longer. And I think we might be able to run away with this victory. I'm going to go for the poison. I need one more poison because, yes, this is not tournament standard anymore. I just need to get more poisons on the map. I'm going to go for a set of Rascals there because, guess what? If he has something crossing the river, his graveyards become exponentially more powerful. Can't let that happen. I'm going to go in for another Graveyard again. He goes in for arrows. I'm going to go for a barrel. I just want to cycle back to a poison. And it doesn't really matter even if he hits these the Dark Goblin. I don't really care. I'm just going to cycle a poison on him. And it doesn't matter. Skeleton finishes him off. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Sauce out of good luck here. We're going to see what's up. He goes in for a Tombstone. I kind of want to go for a Dark Goblin here. Just make sure that we get some value. Maybe we can hit it. We do not. All right, so he's going to have Cannon Cart, which is interesting. I'm going to go for Rascals off to the side. Make sure that we obliterate the Cannon Cart. And we see Cannon Cart and Tombstone. This is going to be either like Minor Poison or something along the lines of that. I wasn't feeling so confident about Graveyarding there because if I do that and I overcommit against some weird deck with minions, I would just lose the game. I can't do that. Even though it's probably not, it could be. You never know. You never know with people these days. I'm going to go in for a Prince, and we'll see what he does. Doesn't really look like he has great ways of dealing with Prince besides his Tombstone, which obviously he doesn't have in cycle, and the Skeletons are going in the opposite lane, so that's good for me. I'm going to go for a Mega Minion, and then I'm going to go for a Graveyard. Maybe we can kill those. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to kill the Baby Dragon. I'm going to go in for a Dark Goblin because I want to make sure that we can kill that Baby Dragon as quickly as possible. Even if he goes in for a Barbarian Barrel, it's going to go towards Skeletons and not towards anything of value, so I'm okay with that. I was just applying aggression, baiting out a Barbarian Barrel, and now I have Rascals for free. I want to go for a Barbarian Barrel here to tank for the Skeletons. I think that's a pretty good play. Just to make sure that he has to spend more Elixir, which he obviously doesn't want to. If that Cannon Cart dies to it, that'd be hysterical, man. Unfortunately, no such thing occurred, but I'm going to go for Skeletons here. I think that doesn't lock onto my tower, it just locks onto the Tombstone, which is pretty good for me. And because the Cannon Cart is such low HP, it's not going to endeavor across and hit my tower, so I'm okay with that as well. I'm going to go in for a Prince in the back because, as I said before, he just doesn't have a great way of dealing with Prince. He has Tombstone, and when he drops a Tombstone like that, probably not the best thing for him. So, we'll see what he wants to do here. I think he's probably going to have Graveyard as well. I don't really want to get too aggressive, though. I'm going to go in for a Dark Goblin here. And I think the Baby Dragon ends up dying. He's going to go for a Barb Barrels. I didn't want to go for any prediction. I'm going to go for Rascals. He's got Minor, so this is really, really good for us. Like, seeing a Minor Poison player generally means that I just win the game by going for a Tombstone like this. And then when he goes in for Minor, he has to poison. And when he poisons, then I can go for Graveyard. And he just doesn't have an answer to the Graveyard. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go for a Graveyard because he's not going to be back to poison. I know that I can now poison on offense because he doesn't have Graveyard. And I'm going to get poison damage on offense every single time. If he drops it on defense, it's still a losing battle. He can't go in for a Minor because the Skeletons of the Tombstone stop it. I don't see any possible way of him winning this matchup if I play it competently. So, yeah, it's just very, very easy. Going for another Tombstone here. I'm just going to be cycling a lot of Princes because he doesn't have an answer to it besides the Skeletons from the Tombstone. You can't even Barb Barrel it because the Barb Barrel dies, and if you use Barb Barrel on it, then I have Dark Goblin, and I also have Rascals, so it just doesn't make sense. I'm going to go in for a Poison instead of going for a Graveyard yet because I just want to make sure that I can end up going for a Barb Barrel on value, like right here, precluding any potential of that Cannon Cart crossing. Going for a Mega Minion, obviously him going in for the Graveyard was, well, him going in for the Minor Poison, as I said before, is a horrible play, but he had to do it because he can't get damage otherwise. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. impossible matchup if I play that half competently. Alright, we're dropping a good luck here. We're going to see what's up. This dude's just going to end up going in for a baby dragon. So I'm going to go cycle my rascals. I'm not going to go cycle Mega Minion because it takes so long to get up to that baby D. End up dropping my Mega right on top, I believe. I think that's the best play. He drops Ice Wizard. I kind of want to just go in for a graveyard and apply some aggression. See what's up. His baby dragon's out of cycle. It died, so I feel like I'm in a prime position to play aggressive. And he's going to end up NATOing everything into him. The Mega Minion is still alive. I don't want to go in for a poison because I think that would be an overcommitment. And after we see a Lumberjack, it might be a Golem deck. We'll have to wait and see, though. Thankfully, our Prince does redirect. And he doesn't even get a single hit. That was the most optimal possible placement of the Prince. Let's go. I'm going to go for a Dark Goblin here, see what he does. And I think that the Dark Goblin is going to aid our endeavors on offense here pretty substantially. Baited out another Tombstone, get some nice value on top of the Ice Wizard. I can easily go in for Barbarian Barrel. If he has Minor, then he automatically loses this. If he has Graveyard, it would be a much harder matchup, but we'll see. I'm going to go for a Barb Barrel, make sure we minimize the damage of the Ice Wizard. We're already in a prime position to win this, so I like it. I think he's going to go Graveyard opposite lane with Baby Dragon. That's what I would do if I was him. He's just going to poison. Do I just go opposite on him? Or nah, let's just play safe and sound, take a tower, not screw around. We want to make sure that we win this game. So I'm going to go for the Graveyard, make sure that we whittle down the right-hand side. Not going to play for 2 towers because it's not going to get there. We're not going to let him get even a single tower, so no point of working away on the second one yet. Getting a little bit of chip damage is nice. He used Barb Barrel on defense, so he doesn't have on defense again against the Prince and the Rascal. So I'm going to support our Crow Rascals even more with the Prince since he doesn't have Barb Barrel in cycle. He's very smart dropping that a little bit further back so then we can't end up going in for our Barb Barrel of Justice. But the Prince is still alive and we probably just win the game because the Prince is going to be tanky. Okay. Well, this is good for us. We see a Golem and we have Tombstone and we have a lot of answers. So I don't really know what he's going to do here, but this is good for me. I'm okay with this. I can go in for Rascals off to the side, make sure that Thick Boy ends up getting hit. I can go for a Prince right on top. And yeah, there's no way for him to kill the Dark Goblin because he has a measly Barbarian Barrel. Barbarian Barrel doesn't really stretch out that far, so you can't touch this, man. I'm going to easily go in for another Poison, going to go in for a Graveyard. And we look like we want to run away with this victory. I don't really care if he gets a couple hits with the Barbarian. It doesn't matter to me at all. I'm going to go for a higher Tombstone. Pulling the Giant, or the Golem opposite lane will just be for the memes at this point. And yeah, let's see if we can do that. I want to see if we can cycle a second one just for the memes, boys. Yeah, apparently we can't. I just have to Prince and GG. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you, but yeah, we played that pretty well. Alright, let's keep it rocking, guys. Let's go. I'm going to be saucing out of good luck here. I'm going to get ready to go with a Tombstone as my starting play. Drop it in the middle. This dude's going to give me the giant double thumbs up. We see you, sir. We see you. He's going to go for an Electro Dragon as well. Okay. So I kind of want to just kick things off with a Prince opposite lane of the Electro Dragon. Don't really want to go into that. Not about that life at all. Maybe just go for a Mega Minion right on top. He's going to go with his own Prince. All right, I see you, sir. Want to go for a Mega Minion right on top. Make sure that we crucify it. Don't want to go in for a Graveyard just yet. Just see what's up. See what we have in store for us. I need to go for a Dark Goblin to minimize the amount of damage that we would get from that Prince. It would hit our tower. And, you know, Prince is a fair and balanced card, so it totally deserves that amount of damage, right, guys? So he's got Minor Poison with Prince, and he's playing super aggressive. So this is good for us. I can go in for a Graveyard, and I don't see any way of him dealing with this now. So go for our Graveyard, go in for the Barbarian Barrel. You go for the Graveyard first, and then the Barbarian Barrel can tank after. You maximize the amount of damage that you get that way. And he loses the game because he decided to go in for a very aggressive Minor Poison for absolutely no reason. So yeah, this is really good for us. The Thick Boy is tanking on the tower, and I guess I can probably just go for Mega Minion. I think that's a better play than going for a Tombstone. I want to save the Tombstone for the Prince. Why would I ever drop my Tombstone on the Bandit and let that die when I needed that for the Prince? There's no other way I can deal with the Prince of his deck. So, yeah. Now we're going to use our Tombstone here. I'm going to charge up my Prince here. And if he poisons it, I don't really care because we have Graveyard. And we're going to utilize Tombstone Skeletons as a rebound and allowing us to just deal with this. So I'm going to go for another Dark Goblin on top of the Electro Dragon, making sure that it's separated from our Prince so he doesn't get too much value on us. And that's a little bit of a nuisance, the Barbarian, but I don't really care. He already made a huge misplay, so as long as we wait until Double Elixir, and we're in Double Elixir with pretty good advantage, I'm pretty happy. We go for a Barbarian. to tank. He's going to go for a poison. I still get chip damage. Doesn't matter. And as long as we get damage on top of that, we're fine. So he used a poison on defense. That means he can't use it on offense. There's no feasible way for him to break through a tombstone now. And if you just want to keep doing that, I can just Prince on defense, and I don't really care. So, yeah. These are good things. As long as I don't overcommit really, really hard here, then we're fine. I don't know if it really matters too much. We'll see, though. I'm going to go for another Dark Goblin. Go for a Prince up high. He poisons and misses the Dark Goblin. I think the Dark Goblin still goes through it, though. I need to wait. I need that to go towards, yeah. And then I can go here. Go here. Go for a Barbarian Barrel because I need to. Okay, if I don't get a Tombstone on the map, I could be in an issue. Having an issue, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. Alright, it was a little bit sketchy. He played super aggressive with a Prince and Bandit, which are... the Prince is really overpowered, so if it breaks through, you can just lose the game. Need to make sure that that doesn't happen. The fact that he has poison is a little bit troublesome. Our Tombstone is out of cycle now, so I have to play a little bit more defensive than I would usually want to. Electro Dragon is really annoying as well. But I think I'm fine here as long as we win the battle at the river. He's going to go for a Barbarrel, I think. If he doesn't, that would be pretty funny. Okay, he's just going to go in for a Miner. The Miner's going to die here. If he poisons, he loses the game, so... Just waiting for that poison. He's going to poison on defense here. Now the Prince is just going to end up getting smothered by the Skeletons, so... Smashed by the Skellies, always good for us. Going for the poison for more chip damage. And yeah, there's not too much you can do in this situation. I kind of like the aggression of the Bandit and the Prince because it baits out the same counter. I have to be very careful about what I drop. Drop the Dark Goblin because I don't want to drop my Rascals and let that just die, rather than just end up utilizing his elixir on the other units. Bandit's going to be really annoying, so I have to end up playing pretty defensive here. I actually could let that hit. I'm going to let that hit. I'm okay with that. Even up the tower damage on both sides. I have to go in for Rascals here. Unfortunately, the Rascals probably die there. We'll see. Skeletons, okay, cool. The Prince doesn't charge, I'm fine with that. The Miner's getting a lot of damage, I don't like that. Okay, this guy is playing a little bit better now. I need to play pretty aggressive to win this, I think. So I'm going to go in for a Graveyard, I'm going to go in for the Barbarian Barrel. The Barbarian Barrel will tank. I think the Prince is going to go on top of things that don't really matter as much. Alright, so now we just need 2 poisons and we do win this game. Alright, Bandit's going to be super obnoxious. Prince here. Him going for the Barb Barrel might have just lost in the game, we'll see. He's trying to draw that back, but he didn't. That's very good for us. Oh, no. He might have just won. That really freaking sucks, man. I should have Tombstone instead of going in for a Dark Goblin. GG. I guess it was the double combination of the Prince and the Bandit that got me. GG. A few of my friends got a little bit higher than me. A lot higher than me. Pedro, Midfinger, Canario, Lucas Gamer, Toby Spirit Hawk. Razzer is still playing. Donkey Kong got 15. Ian's playing. B-Rad 11. Dank Gannon is 10. Dan Gannon's still playing. What are the people at the top using? Probably like Expo, right? No, mine are poison. Oh, that's the deck that I just lost to. That makes sense. So people just copied the #1 deck.